Guess who?
What's going on, everybody? It's Dwreck here. Welcome back to DwreckTV. Taking a swig, and it's Friday, and you know what that means. It's time for another art video, and this week I'm going to draw one of my all-time favorite superheroes, Batman. Batman's been a big part of my life for as far back as I can remember, from my friends Robert and Duke, my cousins Max and Roy, definitely Roy and definitely Duke. They were big on Batman, and I got it from them. And watching the original Adam West, and then watching the Tim Burton movies all the way through the 1990s, all the way to the 2000s with the Christopher Nolan trilogy. Those were really good, and then it just started to go downhill in quality and just overall story arcs and everything. But how would DwreckTV draw Batman, huh? Well, I just finished penciling him in. As you can see, not the best, but it's definitely gonna come out a lot better once I ink him up. So let's waste no more time. Let's start inking up Batman. He's definitely going to look a lot better once we start inking him up. So let's get to it, shall we? Batman is definitely one of my favorite superheroes because I just like his character. I like the way he goes about things, how he takes out the enemies, and especially I like his villains like the Joker. The Riddler is probably one of my all-time favorites, and especially Catwoman and the Penguin. Other favorites I like was Two-Face and Mr. Freeze to an extent. Poison Ivy's pretty cool. Bane was pretty cool. Ra's al Ghul, maybe not so much. Man, Scarecrow was a pretty cool villain as well. But the thing about Batman, especially with his villains, is the stuff that they get into and seeing how Batman takes them out. Like, how are they gonna get taken out this time? He's got that big jaw. He could take a punch. And especially all the stuff that, like all the gadgets and vehicles that he has. It's like, this guy's super cool. I do like Superman as well. I just didn't really get too much into Superman when I was a kid, but that was until my wife absolutely loves Superman. I did see Smallville every once in a while, but started watching it a lot more once me and my wife got together. And she loves Smallville. She has all the episodes on DVD, and she watches that Talkville podcast with Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling. I want to try a, where's it 8? Where's it 8? There's so much stuff that's falling over. Let's see, my favorite Batman, my favorite Batman movies. I really like the Tim Burton ones, and I absolutely love the Batman Forever with Jim Carrey as the Riddler, because I think I said before, the Riddler was my favorite Batman villain back on the Adam West show, and Jim Carrey was my favorite actor when I was a kid, so how fitting Jim Carrey was my favorite Batman villain. And I thought that was probably the coolest thing ever, was seeing Jim Carrey as the Riddler. I absolutely loved it. So much so I was spinning around canes like him and everything else, doing mannerisms to annoy my sisters. It was fun. It was a fun time. I do like the Joker. It's very hilarious, yet mysterious. Catwoman was cool. My younger sister liked the Catwoman more though. And my big sister, she liked the Poison Ivy. When I draw Batman, I like to make him look more like a cross between how he looked with Adam West mixed with a bit of that newer Tim Burton style. I did not like Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. I did not like that movie at all. I think that was one of the stupidest things. But I did like Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. Batman Begins was really cool. Was a really good change of pace, if you will. The Dark Knight was just a phenomenon, so to speak. Because that was Heath Ledger's last big movie, and boy did he go out with a bang. And it's a shame that someone that talented was left us that soon. And Christian Bale as Batman was pretty cool, but his groggy voice really left a bad taste in my mouth. And left a bad taste in everybody's ears, so to speak. Like, he could have just talked like regularly instead of like sometimes you can barely understand what he's saying. And that got trolled to oblivion in the late 2000s, going into the 2010s. And The Dark Knight Rises, I love the concept of Bane in that movie, but I don't think I would ever watch that movie again, because when I watch a movie, I like to watch the movie to be entertained. It aggravated me. It pissed me off. Like, it got to the point where it's like, motherfucker, just kill this dude already. Like, if y'all wanted to kill Batman, just freaking do it already. And just having to sit and endure like almost an hour and a half of just absolute torture and shit. I got fed up with it. And just Batman like finally coming back at like the last 20 something minutes of the movie is like, what the fuck? But I had to sit through a whole, it was freaking torture. I hate things like that. Like, I go to a movie to be entertained. I wasn't entertained. I loved the idea of Bane and such, but would I ever watch The Dark Knight Rises again? Probably not. Not at this point in my life. And Dawn of Justice was a joke. I mean, The Man of Steel was good. Me and my wife saw it in theaters. She loved it. I liked it, but it just, I just got aggravated with the whole dark superhero origin stuff. Like, I don't want it to be like all sunshine and roses and everything, but I mean, come on. Have some kind of entertainment in it. I wouldn't let my kids watch The Dark Knight Rises. I wouldn't let my kids watch Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. If I had kids, I would not let my kids watch those movies. I would sit their happy asses in front of Adam West, at least until they're like 5-6 years old. Then get them into the Tim Burton movies. Just gradually get them into it. But I would not let my kids watch The Dark Knight Rises, or even The Dark Knight at a young age. Let's see what is this one. He's like this. He's like this. Okay, fix that. I remember that. Batman is definitely one of my favorite superheroes. Alright, he's all inked up. Now let's erase him and I'm gonna start coloring him. Okay, he's all erased up. Now let's get to coloring Mr. Wayne. Or is he Mr. Wayne? And the Batman movie. I never saw it and I never plan on ever watching it. You couldn't pay me to watch that movie. I'll never watch it. It's too dark and the characters are very unappealing, so to speak. And the Riddler looked like freaking ass. That was not the Riddler. The Riddler on Gotham looked way better than that abomination. As far as that show Gotham, I tried watching it when it first aired. It was actually pretty cool. I wouldn't mind getting the rest of the seasons though. I think I got seasons 1, 2, and 3. We gotta get 4 and 5. But that was also during a time when I was like trying to find a job and trying to find a new job at that time. But it was a good show for what it was. And the Riddler, Edward Nygma on Gotham was perfect. He was absolutely perfect. And it kind of sucks that Batman or Bruce Wayne did not show up on Smallville, because that would have been super cool to have the full Justice League in Smallville. But as far as like my Mount Rushmore of Batman movies, man, definitely the Tim Burton movies. The easy answer would definitely be like Batman 89, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin. And as many people say that they want to shit on Batman and Robin, I would rather watch Batman and Robin than ever watch The Dark Knight Rises ever again. Because at least Batman and Robin made me laugh. The one-liners and the ice puns with Mr. Freeze and Arnold Schwarzenegger being Mr. Freeze, that was the highlight of the whole movie. I loved it. and even Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy, and even they got Bane on it. It was a good movie. I love the campiness. I love the fact that they weren't taking themselves too seriously, and that people, and especially kids, can enjoy it and get a good laugh out of it, and also get a good action movie out of it. The Dark Knight Rises and even Batman vs Superman, there was no lightheartedness whatsoever in either of those movies. I wanted to walk out of the theater because I was not enjoying myself with Batman vs Superman. As much as I tried, I wanted to like it. I couldn't. I told my wife, I would rather watch Batman and Robin than watch this movie ever again. And I've never watched it ever since. And it just became a trend at that time when they just wanted to keep, not just with superhero movies, but also with like that atrocity of the Power Rangers movies in 2017. That was an atrocity. I never want to see that again. But the very last Marvel movie I ever watched in theaters was Civil War, and I said I never want to watch it again. And the last DC movie I ever saw in theaters was Batman vs Superman, saying I never want to see any of this again, because I saw through the facades. I saw the writing on the wall, and I just said, you know what, fuck this. And I never went back to it ever since. And the people are still going to see these movies, hoping that they would be better, hoping with some kind of false hope that they're going to get better again, when really and truly they're not. Then they're going to be like, well, what are we supposed to watch now? What are we supposed to watch? People are stupid. Find something else to watch. I don't want to keep going on a whole rant about things like this. I want to enjoy this. My favorite Batman himself, Val Kilmer was a good one. For Batman Forever, he was a good one. Michael Keaton was good too. Christian Bale was actually really good, except his rough voice kind of got annoying after a while, but I still put him as a great Batman. Adam West was just hilarious. Even Kevin Conroy as the voice of Batman is probably one of the best. The Arkham Asylum games was probably one of the best games I've ever played. As I stated before, how Batman Arkham Asylum is my favorite PlayStation 3 game. And even Arkham City, that was a great one on both PS3 and the Wii U. And Arkham Knight, superb. But we're going to get to that later. I actually thought about doing a Batman story. I was gonna call it Gotham Knights. Batman Gotham Knights. Like Gotham Knights, like as in the nighttime, not the night. Would have been him. He would be dating a Barbara Gordon. And then they would wind up going to the circus, and then the whole stuff with Dick Grayson. And then they take Dick Grayson in, and then
They train him to become Robin. And they pretty much just go around taking out the Joker, the Riddler, and the Penguin, Catwoman, and all the other rogues gallery of his enemies. I didn't really put too much emphasis into the story because that was just a thought. That was just more of a thought than anything. It's the difference between like trying to come up with a project and just a thought of it. Like that was just a thought, but I wasn't gonna get too serious into it because I was doing other things, my own projects. Alright, so the cape. I want to try something with the cape. I want to finish his boots first. I wouldn't mind doing backgrounds for these drawings. Right now I just want to draw the characters first, and I'll probably come back and put in a background. I'm really tired. Working 12-hour days is kicking my ass, if you will. Barely have time for anything. Barely have time to even draw. Barely have time to think outside of work. But I'm thankful for everything. Okay. I want to try something. For the inside of his cape, I'm going to try a dark gray. So that way it can give hope these markers can last a little longer. I know it's been a long time since I used most of these. They're starting to dry out. That's not good. Yeah, this is definitely working. This is incredible. This is coming out better than I thought. Alright. This is coming out super cool. We got a flying master kill, and I want to clean my claws. I found a new pain for my name. Found a new name for my pain, Bob. It's Batman. Batman? Batman, you say? Coming for you. Ho 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 ho. I'm Johnny Red. You gotta admit, I played this stinking city like hard from hell. I'll take care of the pea-brains of Gotham. They're all idiots, but they were great. You're not sending me to the crib. I never really watched too many episodes of the Batman animated series. I do have the first season that my wife got me. I mean, I saw a few episodes when I was a kid, but not so much the whole series. And I do remember seeing and reading about the animated series video game in Nintendo Power. I thought I would love to play that game, but never found it at Blockbuster. And they want buku money, or insane money for that on eBay. I'm like, I'm good. It looks really, really cool. It's coming out real good, ladies and gentlemen. My version of Batman's coming out real good. I know everybody likes to draw with so much like muscle tone and everything. I just like to draw the cartoony style. But I like to make it look cool nonetheless. Check that out. And I don't like to draw Batman with so much armor on his outfits to where it looks like he's just walking around with, like, how can he move around with all that? That's one thing I didn't like about the Batman vs Superman movie when Ben Affleck, was the fact that he didn't look like Batman. He just looked like a freaking dude in a suit of armor. I know Batman's got armor as well, but it's like underneath the outfit. It's underneath it. It's not on the outside. Like there's so much detail. This looks like an eyesore. This is very easy on the eyes. Speaking of eyes, yeah, give his eye color. If I can remember correctly, a lot of his actors were like blue-eyed. Should he be blue-eyed or should he be brown? That's a very good question. Should he be blue eyes or should he be brown eyes? What do y'all think? I would say the brown because I think it'll have more contrast with the outfit that he has. But then again, blue because it's got that how they say the cold blue eyes. Strikes fear into the heart of his enemies with that cold blue stare. Yeah, let's go with blue. Yeah, I think it looks a little better. Guy fixes his trusty utility belt. Well, God forbid he does not have the utility belt. Okay, here we go. And Batman is all drawn up.
check that out. This looks super cool. I'm Batman. I am the Dark Knight. I don't want to say the Terror that Flaps at the Night. That's freaking Darkwing Duck. And here he is, Batman. Looks a bit cartoony, but that's what I like to draw. I like to make my characters look very appealing, very easy on the eyes, if you will. And you can see the muscle tones through his outfit and everything. And even though he is wearing armor underneath this, ladies and gentlemen, he's just underneath the outfit. So there you go. You gotta use your imagination. I'm probably gonna come back to this and draw a background to it, especially on a lot of these drawings that I've done in the last few months. I'm gonna come back and draw a background on it. But for this one, I like to leave in the comments what kind of background should this be. I know I got the spotlight up. So should this be like on a rooftop? Should it be on the streets? Or should it be like in the Batcave, and that's like all up in the background outside of like a window or something? So leave in the comments what would be best for this. I await your comments, I await your feedbacks, and I await your likes, subscriptions, and all that good stuff. So till then, leave them comments below, people. What kind of background should this be? Should it be in the Batcave? When this be on a window? Should it be on a rooftop? Or should it be in the streets? I'll leave that up to y'all. So until then, I gotta get some sleep. I'm tired. This is DwreckTV signing out. See y'all.